What's going on, y'all? In today's episode, I'm gonna try to take this kick team
as the other two.
Whoa!
Wow.
Gabriel, and try to turn them into champions. Easier said than done, I know. I mean, you got some pretty stiff competition. You know, we have Lando, Piastri, Hamilton, Verstappen, and also, George Russell's explosive self. But nonetheless, though, to start this little practice run out, to be honest, I was a little rusty, for sure, because hadn't actually touched. I believe this is FIFA 25. I said FIFA, damn. This is F1 25. So I haven't touched F1 since F1 24 because I am cheap and I will wait for Game Pass. Other than that, honestly, the first lap didn't feel too rough, but obviously right there in that corner, I definitely felt it, and it was not cool. I don't know. And also, the audio kind of got mixed up a little bit during the recording of this video, so some parts it's gonna have the car sound, and then some parts it's not. Honestly, I love the sound of the cars, so it's gonna kind of infuriate me a little bit that I can't include them in every clip. So most of it's going to be voiceover and some music, but the next video of Overtake Protocol, we're going to have a lot more audio for the cars. I do want the game audio to be apparent because it's a racing game. I want to be able to hear the engine. But nonetheless, pretty quick lap for what I was expecting. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna say quick because it was not quick, but I mean, I thought it was gonna be a little bit slower in the beginning. 122 is not. It is bad, but it's not like, we're in a kick. We're in the worst car of the entire track, so definitely expected worse. And I immediately went into a quality lap simulation, try to get some extra resource points for the team because we're gonna need it. I mean, we need aerodynamics. I'm pretty sure we're pretty sure I'm last in every single category that has to do with the car. I don't think we're in front of anybody on the grid in any statistical category of components. I mean, we're for sure behind in powertrain and aerodynamics. I'm pretty sure our durabilities are the lowest as well. But nonetheless, we expected this. This is the kit car. This is what we expected when we went into this, trying to make this team champions. So, for sure, me and Louis, we're gonna try to take this all the way as far as we can. And this lap, I'm not gonna lie, I really noticed how bad the car was, because 121, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought the car was way better than this, but I was wrong. 20th on the grid. Not something that I wanted to start this video out with, not gonna lie. Moving on from that terrible display from our quali lap, we actually have our real qualifying. And the first qualified lap, I'm not gonna lie, wasn't feeling too bad about it. I mean, I was 8th right now, but not everybody had gotten a lap in. I currently held the sector 1 best time, and we get past Verstappen here, and this I'm not gonna lie, this lap felt pretty good. As I said, not everybody has gotten a lap in just yet, but let's see what I forgot what I got with this lap. I believe it was around 120. Let's see, 120.5. So 0.5 got me to 16th, which is not the greatest. I tried to go out there again for a second attempt on our quali lap, and I was making some good time here. Honestly, some great time, shaving off around 3/10 of a lap here, even more than that, but I'm pretty sure I kind of stuck around 3/10, and sadly I spun out. Yeah, so we couldn't get that quality lap in for us, but it doesn't matter. So we're gonna start our race, our first race of the season. Me and Louis are 17th and 18th, even worse than what I thought it was at the end of it. Colipinto tries to block me. He blocks me twice. I don't know what he's doing. So we just pass him on the outside. Oh no, we don't. We stick to the outside, and I am P18. I make a dive, getting a nice overtake, it looks like. Yep, nice overtake, getting up to P17 as well. And I'm just gonna dive bomb. Pretty crazy dive bomb, honestly. Keep myself on the inside, getting out of there, getting to P16 against Lawson, and the car immediately felt exactly like I thought a kid car would feel like. It feels like you're trying to turn a boat with no sails. That's exactly what it feels like. And you saw me hit that barrier. It's because I was fully turning right and my car would not turn. So we're gonna have to pit on lap 3, and luckily we have a safety car. I forgot about that. So pretty much Louis got the same wall that I just hit. He hit it as well. So this is my chance to get something going in lap 7, but no, the race is over before it even started for both of us on the same wall. That wall is getting double homicide. So we don't get anything for that first lap. That first race. And we're going to try to put all of our efforts into the Chinese Grand Prix. And we're going to attempt for a sprint qualifying, I believe. I believe that they had a sprint for this one as well. Yep, it is. So we have a sprint qualifying. I'm doing pretty good in the first sector. I'm not going to lie. We get a purple. And Lando is in front of us. I believe he's going for his lap as well. It doesn't look like he's trying to be off to the side, so I believe he's trying to do it as well. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite tracks of the entire season, so I definitely believe that this is going to be one of my strong suits when it comes to this race. And 2 purple sectors, our teammate gets 136.7, and I messed it all up. I'm not gonna lie, I messed it all up. What a terrible turn in the 3rd sector, and I don't believe it ruins our time all too much, but we could have had a way faster time, and we end up getting 37.1. So we probably could have had the fastest lap of the race, of the sprint qualifying, but I messed up. And I try again, getting 2 purple sectors again, this time getting a 36.8. So it looks like my 3rd sector is terrible, because if I had the fastest 1st and 2nd sector, I must be losing a lot of time if I didn't get best lap of the sprint qualifying. So we got to try to watch out for that 3rd sector. But here we go with the sprint actual race, and we get it going here. Me and Louis are 9 and 11, so pretty high up compared to our cars. And immediately I felt like, look at this, I immediately felt the turn radius. Like, it was terrible, bro. It was absolutely insane. I'm bumping everybody. I'm being a nuisance on the track, honestly, because I'm trying to save the lap, the positions I just leaked out from that terrible turn on turn 1. But I get myself back to P11 on the first lap, and I noticed that Antonelli's on mediums, which is an interesting strategy. Maybe he thinks he can get some time in the last 2 laps, because that's probably when our softs are going to go from great to all right. And we make this huge jump on the outside on the final turn, essentially, or the second to final turn, and then another jump, 2 big overtakes to get ourselves back in P9 in the last 2 turns of the first lap. And immediately we're going to gun it again in the second lap, but we get pressure from Alonso on our right side, and I was feeling a little bit nervous because the Aston Martin is very quick and is deadly in the corners. So I made sure to leave him not that much space, enough to be fair, but did not want him anywhere near me. And Louis gets spun out, I believe, by, I forgot who taps him. I think it was, I don't know. I don't think it was Sonoda. It was someone in P4. I think Louis was high up there in P4, and he gets knocked on one of the turns. And obviously our kick is not very good in the battles, because we are such an unstable piece of machinery that he couldn't combat it. So his race is probably over, and this is now where I'm thinking, because right there we could have had P4 and P8 or P7, so we would have had a lot of points. Now I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna be barely in points in P8, so gotta try to make something shake here and try to get our first points of the season. And I try to do that, but Ocon and Tsunoda are really quick in these couple turns here, and they're giving me a run for my money, honestly. I mean, look at that. Pure powertrain just getting cooked. I didn't really want to waste any battery because I know the straight Alonso's going to be a monster, but I don't know if I got DRS on this lap. Let's just check, because this could be a problem if Alonso has DRS and I don't. Alright, so I did get DRS, and it's more of the same. I'm getting pretty close in these turns here, but again, the battery is just not recharging that quick. Our powertrain is not really that good, and they end up trying to fight each other, and that actually gives me some time because I actually have a great turn into the first turn of the race, and I am on his bumper. Tsunoda kind of brings a little bit of space, getting around 4/10 of a lap on me, and I'm trying to keep his inside line, hit the grass a little bit, and I kind of lose some time here. And let's see if we can pull one trick out of the bag here. I'm really trying to save some battery, but they are making it pretty hard because they're so quick compared to my car. I'm really trying to get something going here, and I'm barely within DRS as DRS goes up, and Aston Martin Alonso trying to get around me once again, and I'm trying to hold it for dear life. Honestly, I'm really trying to hold it. Brake super late, and we end up getting saved once more. And right here, I'm thinking that it's not possible to get anywhere. I mean, I'm not really gaining any ground here. I'm trying my best. Got 40% battery going into this straight possibly. So I'm thinking if I should use it at all or just save it. And Ocon makes a questionable turn there. I think he lost a little time. So right here, I'm pretty confident. Got 50%. This is probably the most battery I've had on the straight since the start. So hopefully I can try to make something shake here. But again, Ocon's machine is just pushing, even though the Haas isn't even that good. But I mean, he's making something happen. And I accidentally tap him. So I just take the spot. You know, some questionable George Russell gameplay. And we get into P7 with the last lap remaining. I'm just trying to hold off Ocon. And I know I'm not going to catch Tsunoda. I mean, Tsunoda's been rapid all race long, and I'm not going to catch him. He's in the Red Bull. It's not happening. So my best chance is to just hold Ocon, hold this position. I'm trying to get some battery and really light braking on every turn coming up to this straight here. And honestly, I was kind of nervous because I thought we were going to totally blow it. And, you know, because usually I'm the person that's super high up or I end up dying super quickly. But since I blew up in the last race and Louis did as well, I knew that this is the time that I had to lock in. So I dive on the inside, and it was a great move. Keeps me in P7, and we finish with, I think, 1 point. So barely in points for the sprint race. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, that was the first points of our season, and I'm glad to guarantee them in the Chinese Grand Prix. Pit 12. We're just gonna see how my tires pull up though. Alright, we need massive overtake. And to start this race out, I was going for the so basically what happened was when I was going into the quali, I messed up and I got DQ'd for my quali. So I knew I was starting 20, and I started 20th, and I just take position after position after position, getting myself into P12. Honestly, such a big jump. 8 jumps in the first lap. I mean, even in the first lap, in the first turn, which is outstanding for a kit car. I try to dive in on Piastri, but Piastri kind of closes it out. But then again, I'm trying to go again. What car do you think I'm in? No. I took the perfect inside line. Alright. low-key good you're not on pole though, because you're gonna DRS to save you. So. Oh yeah. I don't know how long you can hold that. Norris's machine is insane. Oh my goodness, my car's insane. Oh. Bro, that's insanity. The kick just used all of its energy right there. I don't know what that was, but that was beautiful. Damn. Fine though. Yo, Sonoda's fucking beaming down here. I didn't even mean to dive bomb that. I literally just couldn't brake. My car was not braking. I just had the nastiest dive bomb that wasn't a dive bomb. Nice. I honestly that could have been the end of the race for me. Traded to? Someone got traded. Yeah. And basically right here, Antonelli, for some reason, like, he just decided to brake super hard, and that kind of ruined my wing right before the virtual safety car. So hopefully that doesn't be a problem later on. I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be a quick one because he barely tapped my wing. I'm surprised they even turned it on. What'd you just do? And basically what he just did was, I guess his AI was going too fast in the safety car, and he ended up getting a drive-through penalty, which is not really what we really needed, and it might ruin the race for Louis. And he ends up going right into another person. Okay. So you're just pitting instead? And basically, we ended up getting another spot up for that crash. And honestly, not really what we wanted to see for Louis' race. And he almost does it again, but then he ends up getting a spot over Russell. And he still has to serve that drive-through penalty, which not really ideal. And I don't actually remember where he was going to serve it. He serves it lap. Oh, this is me, so I'm going into the pit lane. I think someone messed up my wing, or I'm just changing tires. I don't remember. We're gonna find out right now. Let's see what it is, and it's just tires. Okay, so I'm going in, pitting for tires on lap 8, coming out of the pit lap 9, and for some reason I don't know why it didn't let me come out of the pit lane. And we're gonna look at Louis' POV here. He's P18 after the drive-through penalty was served, and I think we both had a lot of difficulties going on in this race. Honestly, not one of the greatest races from us in recent memory. Honestly, it wasn't really that good for either of us. We both had some challenges going on there, and for sure not what we anticipated, especially like I said, because this is honestly one of my favorite and one of my best tracks of the season. And I ended up, I don't know, I'm looking at 19 right now. Honestly, not what we needed to start this season out. You know, my goal was to get at least 5th or 4th place on the constructors. Hopefully we can get some upgrades the next season, but this season I just wanted to see what we could really be capable of. Lost. You gonna crash? Hold on. Oh, never mind. And with Louis crashing on purpose, it's gonna, it doesn't really matter. The safety car is already up, but Louis gonna crash on purpose because he has no chance. And maybe it slows some people down. I'm not really sure. Maybe he was just frustrated with, the performance of the car and the overall outcome of the race. Me, I'm on hards since probably lap, I think it's since the last time you saw me pit. So I think that was lap 9, I believe, or I don't remember. honestly, the hard tires are not really the greatest right now, and I don't really think I'm gonna catch Sainz. I mean, he's super quick and he's on fresher tires. Not really the outcome that I really wanted to see out of this. Super late braking, and I messed up my wing. I noticed that kick, for some reason, it just does not. We cannot decelerate at all. We end up getting P10 though, so that's something to be a little bit proud of, getting P10. I'm hoping I can hold this or even get P9, but Sainz has been so fast. I mean, so is Alex Albon as well, but I'm not really sure what I could do here with Albon on my tail. Make two nice moves, and he kind of taps me a little bit, but I love wheel-to-wheel driving, and I'm gonna keep trying to hold this position, because P10 is really good for us considering the difficulties that we faced throughout this whole race. And now I only have 2 laps to go, holding them down, and I'm really trying to get as much. As you can see, I'm on battery saving, trying to get as much battery as physically possible, because I know that I'm not going to get DRS, so I need to be able to dump that battery for 2 laps in a row. And I don't know why I activated the battery there. I don't know what my thought process was. Maybe I tried to get a little bit of a gap. And 60% battery left. I'm going to try and dump it right here for sure, because Albon, I know he's going to talk me down like a cheetah, but we're going to see. And so Antonelli makes a nice move on Albon, and Albon and Antonelli end up fighting, which gives me a chance to save a little bit of battery. So I end up saving like around 15% off of that straight that I was gonna have to dump all the way. And I end up trying to get DRS from Alonso, and I don't get it. So here it is, the last lap of the race. Alonso trying to make a move, and honestly, I'm trying to hold Alonso off as much as I can. I make a dive on the inside. I end up getting, or Antonelli, sorry, tries to make a move on me. I end up finishing P10 and secure the points for our team. So now I have 3 points, and that's the only 3 points that our team currently has. And honestly, I was pretty happy about what our outcome was. I started P20, I got P10. That's 10 places for the kit car. Very excited. And that's going to be the end of episode 1 of Overtake Protocol. And I hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the next one.